Good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending San Francisco Public Works hearing today. Is Wednesday, June 25th, 2025. My name is Dadisi Najib. I am the hearing officer for San Francisco Public Works today, and our clerk for this hearing is Le Trucvo. I hope I pronounced it correctly. This hearing is being recorded via Zoom and will be available afterward through a link on the San Francisco Public Works website, sfpublicworks.org. And as this is a virtual hearing, there's no sign-in sheet, so you will need to receive information. If you would like to receive information about the results of today's hearing, please send an email to the email address listed on the hearing notice. This public hearing is being held to consider two items. The first item would be our public comments. Members of the public may address the hearing officer on matters that are within the department's jurisdiction, but are not on today's agenda. And then the next item, we're hearing today's hearing order number 211825 to consider a cafe, table and chairs permit application from Bar Darling, which is to occupy a portion of the public right-of-way, the sidewalk there in front of their business, with 4 tables and 12 chairs from the hours of 10 a.m. to 2 a.m., Monday through Sunday at the location 2263 Chestnut. My job as the hearing officer is to gather the facts for the hearing item, listen to your testimonies, and help our Director of Public Works make determinations. I will not be making any decisions today. Instead, I will forward the findings from this hearing and make my recommendations to the Director, and the Director will make the final decision. When the Director's determinations are made, the department will notify you of them if you have provided contact information. The hearing will proceed as follows. For these two items, I will ask the Public Works staff to speak first and present the case. There is no time limit for this presentation. Next, I will allow the applicant, property owner, business owner to speak. Each speaker will have up to 3 minutes to speak. The clerk will monitor the time for all speakers and will indicate when the speaker has 30 seconds left. If you are a party to this proceeding, I will call on you to speak. If you would like to use visual materials in your presentation, please let me know before you speak. Then you will have the standard 3 minutes to provide your comments. If you're a member of the public or witness who wants to speak, please wait for me to call for public comments and then use the Zoom's raise your hand feature, or if you're on a computer, to put yourself in the queue to speak. If you're dialing in on your phone, you're going to dial *9 to indicate you're raising your hand. And then when it's your turn to speak, I will recognize you. If on your phone and you're muted, you're going to press *6 to unmute yourself. So that's *9 to raise your hand, *6 to unmute yourself. And if you would like to use visual materials in your presentation, please let me know before you speak. You'll then have the standard 3 minutes to provide your comments. Comments and questions should be addressed to me and not to the department or the applicant. If you cannot finish your comments within the allotted time, you may submit written testimony to me by the end of this hearing. And if I feel a question is warranted, I'll ask the question. After all comments are completed, I will close the item. We will now begin the hearing. At this time, I would like to open the hearing up to our Public Works representative. Oh, I'm sorry, it's public comments first. Are there any public comments on matters that are within the department's jurisdiction but not on today's agenda? If not, if there are no hands raised, I don't know, Madam Clerk, if there are hands raised, I can't see it in this view.
I don't see anybody raise their
Okay.
hand.
Okay, great. Well, we'll go ahead and proceed for our second item on the agenda today, which is hearing order number 211825 for the location at 2263 Chestnut Street to consider cafe tables and chairs. Public Works, are you ready to make your presentation?
Yes, I am ready. Hello, good morning. I just don't have permission just yet to share my screen.
Okay, Janelle, I'll be right with you.
Thank you.
Janelle, I propose you to panelists. You should be able to share the screen.
Yes, now I'm pulling up my screen in just a
Okay.
second.
Okay. You can see it now.
You can see
Thank
it
you.
now.
Yeah.
Okay. So good morning. My name is Janelle Gonzalez. I am the Public Works Plan Checker for Bar Darling. Bar Darling had applied for cafe tables and chairs application on March 26th. I then reviewed different variations of the site plan. We then accepted one on May 3rd. Their permitted scope of occupancy uh, includes 4 tables and 12 chairs occupying 69 square feet Monday through Sunday between the hours of 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. The 10-day notification, the 10-day public notification was posted on May 19th. An objection was then received on May 27th. The objection on May 27th, 2025 listed concerns regarding concerns regarding noise pollution and intoxicated patrons. 2, lack of monitoring disruptions during late hours of operation. 3, an overabundance of ABC parklet and tables and chairs permits on this block. These are the permit requirements that we look out for during our review process. It would be 1, cafe tables and chairs only may be placed on the sidewalk in the front of the applicant's place of business at the property line. 2, when feasible, the sidewalk must provide at least 8 feet wide, clear pedestrian path around the proposed outdoor seating. Tables and chairs placement on the sidewalk must not block ramps, doorways, driveways, fire safety structures, or other accessible facilities. Diverters must not have protruding legs or supports and must be in place during approved hours of operation. Placement of tables and chairs must meet all federal and state local laws and regulations. Based on the measurements provided, all elements would fit in the diverter depth and ensure a minimum of 8-foot wide path of travel, as noted in the site plan of, that we had approved during their application process. A majority of the tables and chairs proposed fall within their property lines, as you can see here on their site plan. These are just some of the photos that applicant, Bar Darling, had provided for us during the application process. As you can see, they have an inset within their business frontage and a pretty wide sidewalk. Thank you. That is all for me.
Thank you so much, Janelle, for making your presentation. That was our Public Works representative. Is the applicant here a business owner? You all have 3 minutes to make your presentation. Okay, I know Janelle is with the city. I know LeTruck is with the city. Kelly Albers. Is that you? Manuel Torres? Who else is on
Um,
this phone?
hearing officer, I see one person raise their hands, Nate
Okay,
Valentine.
okay,
You're
excellent.
allowed to talk? Okay. So allowed that person to talk.
Yeah, Mr. Valentine, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, thank you. My name is Nate Valentine. I'm the business owner at 2263 Chestnut Street, known as Bar Darling, here in San Francisco, California. We opened in the beginning of June and are applying for a table and chair permit for our location. Prior to this hearing, I have had several conversations with Mr. Torres, and I have indicated with him that I will work with him to be a good neighbor and also work with him going forward. If there's anything that he would like to discuss that may be modified, that we can be the best neighbor possible, I will do so. I will also, with that said, make sure that we're in a position that is commiserate with other businesses in our neighborhood. If I was to look at all businesses in our street, in our corridor, including the side streets, Scott Street, Pierce Street, Steiner Street, and Chestnut Street, and then even going up into the neighborhood up the street on Fillmore and Union Street, I cannot think of one business that is similar to ours that does not have outdoor table and chair permit that has been approved by the city. So I am hopeful that we would be in a similar playing field to all of our other businesses in the neighborhood by enabling us to have an outdoor table and chair permit. One of the comments that was made in the complaint was regarding monitoring. These tables are served by servers for food and beverage, so there is a consistent monitoring process. And if there are nights that we have a busier time, as we've had at this kind of opening period, which will subside as we mature into our business, we have also had someone greeting guests on Thursday and Friday and Saturday nights. If there is a plate time, we get to capacity and kind of holding people out there and also monitoring that front area. I would strongly urge you to approve our permit. And I will also say to you, the panel today, and to Mr. Torres, who's on this call, that I will continue to work with you and have conversation with you regarding our operations and being a good neighbor to you and the other neighbors in our neighborhood. That is all I have, and I appreciate your time. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
I do have a couple questions. Mr. Valentine, this is Dadisi Najee, the hearing officer for today. You indicated you just opened the business this month in June, correct? And my question is, have you owned businesses like this before? Did you have this bar at another location, or is this
Um,
your first time?
I've been in business in San Francisco in the hospitality industry for about 20 years.
Okay,
My first business actually happened to be down the street, called Mamacita Restaurant, which is one block over. And I also own another business on the street, previously referred to as Tipsy Pig, that we're currently remodeling right now. Um, just like a facelift remodel for reopening under a different business name in the future. So
okay.
this
Did
is
you have,
this is my career. This is what I do.
okay, did you have tables and chairs at those locations
We've had tables and chairs at those locations. I have tables and chairs.
outside?
Yeah, and I also have
Mhm.
chairs at other locations currently in San Francisco.
Okay, great. And then one last question. Do we know, I know that was Squat and Gobble before, um, you, before Switch Businesses. Did they have tables and chairs out there? Do we know?
They did, yes.
They did. So it's not the first time that the neighbors are gonna see tables and chairs out there on the
No,
sidewalk. Okay. All
that is,
right, good. Excellent. Those were my only questions. I appreciate your time this morning.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Officer, there's another person raised their hand, Manuel Forrest.
Okay, you can have the mic.
Okay.
Mr. Norris, you have 3 minutes to make your presentation or comments.
Okay.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'll assume that my time starts now. I wasn't prepared for the 3 minutes. That's okay. As Nate Valentine has said, we've been in good faith discussing back and forth. Let me summarize my original opposition. I want to make sure that the moderator, Ms. Najib, is able to see my original letter, but also see the video that I sent after the establishment was open. And while the permits weren't issued, that they were in violation of the permit because they didn't have a permit. So I just want to make sure that that is in the public record and that will be part of your research. Is that
Okay.
possible?
It should be in the file. Take a look at it.
Okay, I'm just I'm concerned about my 3 minutes because I wanted to read my letter and I wanted to show
Please read it.
Oh, but
Do you
I'm
want to
gonna-
share?
I'm gonna run out of my 3 minutes because I wanted to read my letter, but I also wanted to talk about, I wanted to show the video as part of the process today. Is that okay?
That's okay with me. Litro, can he share his video?
Let's see. I'm gonna promote him to a panelist
Okay.
who can share. I don't have
Okay.
his video, so
Okay.
I can't
Okay,
share.
please.
Okay, let
Thank
me
you.
promote him to panelist.
All right, thank you. So I'll
Okay, you are on a panelist right now, so we should be able to share your screen.
Okay.
Yeah. And I would be able to rather than to like
Mr. Torres, you're currently muted.
My God, okay.
That's okay.
The control changed a bit. Okay,
No worries. We can start your time now.
I'll restart.
We understand.
I want to just summarize and then I want to read my letter and then I want to show.
Okay.
So, yeah, my opposition is really based on at some point there's just sort of an oversaturation of things, right? In this case, tables, noise, but also public drunkenness and so forth caused by an overabundance of liquor license, which is this hearing is not a part of it. It's not ABC, but I want to make clear my opposition is based on incremental alcohol and incremental noise and disruption. It is true that Squat and Gobble, the previous occupant, had tables and chairs, but to my knowledge, they had a beer and wine license, which is a big difference between, alcohol is a whole different thing as opposed to beer and wine. And I don't know the nature of their permit, but consistently, they would put in their tables, at 8 or 9 o'clock. So, so I just want to emphasize that my opposition is based on incremental disruption in alcohol as a result of, and then it's I think accelerated by the outside tables and chairs. The other thing I'll show the video is that it's just a fact that the petitioner violated, I don't know what you call it, the rules or what have you, because they did put the tables and chairs before they had the permission. They don't have permission right now. And then finally, my summary is, is really based on, we tried with Nate Valentine, I wanted to basically have them reapply so that the tables and chairs is at, it finishes somewhere between 9 and 10 p.m. at night as opposed to 2 a.m. because my original surprise was really the 2 a.m. thing. So I would like the petitioner to resubmit the permit, and I would encourage the DPW to approve the permit based on that range of 9 or 10 p.m. as opposed to 2 a.m. So those are my, sort of my 3 points. If I can, I'd like to read the letter now. Is that fine?
Go ahead.
Okay, so to whom it may concern, the Department of DPW, this is from May 28th. I hereby strongly oppose issuing a permit for outside tables and chairs for the Darling/Bar Darling, permit number 25TC0017. I first started living in the marina in 2006, and I have raised 2 kids, now 23 and 21, in this area. They went to Claire Lilienthal Public School around the corner, and both have worked at local businesses such as Marina Market and Nippon Sushi. We are proud residents of the marina and a future neighbor of the establishment in question. Furthermore, I was a small business owner in downtown until 2023, and I served as an active member of the SF, San Francisco Chamber of Commerce. I am pro-business and pro-residents. The context of that intersection is that Avila Street is one of the remaining family-friendly blocks with dozens of families with children. The city should do anything possible to create a safe, pleasant, and family-friendly environment to encourage families with kids to remain in our great city. Stimulating public/outside intoxication with yet another drinking establishment with late-night tables and chairs is opposite to what that block should be about. Already, that block has an overabundance of ABC permits and street-based and parklet-based tables and chairs. The public disturbance which will be caused by inebriated people being outside in the late evening vastly outweighs the public benefit of having a pleasant and vibrant street atmosphere. During the daytime and into the early evening, such outside seating does serve a public benefit, but the combination of hard liquor and encouraging intoxicated people to be outside late at night is a formula for major disruptions to the nearby residents. Tipsy Pig, Campus, Bonita, Tacolicious, Suvla, and La Fromagerie all have liquor license. Already, we residents suffer from constant public urination, vomit debris, and loud and sometimes belligerent intoxicated people. In a meeting with the owner, lead partner last year, 2024, he assured me that this establishment would not be a place for drunkenness and be a cross-generational, pleasant place for people to enjoy food and drinks. Now that place has become bar, and I underscore bar, darling, and not a bistro-like food-forward eatery. I very much fear that tables past a reasonable dinner hour will stimulate said public drunkenness, public urination, and outside vomiting. There's simply no need to encourage even more outside drunkenness than what already exists. Please do not issue the permit to this establishment. I look forward to the dialogue, and I'm happy to coordinate with discussions with our neighbors. So that's my letter. I skipped a couple of parts.
That's okay. Thank you for sharing. I didn't see a copy of that in our project files. Can you email that letter again to our city representative, Janelle.Gonzalez? Janelle, do you have a copy of this letter?
I do. I can put it inside our file in just a second.
Okay, thank you. No need for you to send, Mr. Valentine. Thank you so much. Does that conclude your presentation?
I was going to show the video, that's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do we have time, Lee?
It's up to you if you're allowed.
I'd like to allow, please. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So sure.
All right. I don't know if you can see my screen.
I can actually.
So this is taken
I can see the screen.
a couple of nights after it opened. So this is the chairs and the table
Mhm.
that are already outside in violation of the permit because it wasn't established.
What time was this? Oh,
About
Roughly.
10 p.m., sorry, 10 p.m.
okay.
On a Thursday night.
Uh-huh.
This is from across the street.
Mm-hmm.
It's also across the street, and this is Tacolicious,
Mm-hmm.
which has that table and chairs permit, as Mr. Valentine noted. But at 10 p.m. on a weeknight, they're already finished.
Okay.
So I appreciate your patience with me and extending
Sure.
hours to do that.
Sure. No worries. Thank you so much for your time and your presentation. It does offer a lot of more detail than, just the letter alone. So we appreciate that. Thank you. Does that conclude your presentation,
Yes.
Mr. Torres?
thank-
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you. I'll stop sharing or something.
Okay.
Or if-
It's okay. I think our clerk can take care
Oh.
of that by promoting you or something maybe. All right,
Yeah, the
excellent.
next person, officer is Nate, he's raised his hand. Nate Valentine is raised his hand. Do
He's
you
making a
allow him to
comment.
talk?
Yes, it's
Okay.
fine.
All right,
Or a comment because he gave his presentation already.
okay.
Mr. Valentine? Mr. Valentine, you can speak, but if you do, just please address your comments to me and not to anyone else here. Yeah,
Understood.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I just want to say, I appreciate the presentation that Mr. Torres made. I will say again that I'd be happy to work with him if we have our permit approved to find a palatable time that works for everybody with regards to, stopping seating our tables out front. And the only other comment I want to make is that the video that was displayed showed our tables and chair permit in use. That was I think the day after our the permit posting period was set to expire, or that expired. And once we were notified by the city that our permit had not actually been approved, and that there was going to be a hearing process, we immediately removed our tables and chairs and have not used them since. It is not an ongoing issue. We stopped immediately once we were informed that we should not be doing them. That's the only thing I wanted to state for the record and for your information. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Valentine, for your comments. Are there any other members of the public who wish to speak on this matter?
Yeah.
Or wish to make comments?
Manuel Torres raised his hand. You want to allow him to talk?
Mr. Torres, you've already given your presentation. Is there someone with you that wants to make a comment? Or you could maybe, what do we usually do? Ask them to put it in the,
Anything is fine. I just want to ask a question,
for me,
for anybody in the
for
DPW.
me? Uh-huh.
So Mr. Valentine said that he assumed the permit was granted because the opposition time was finished, but he did know that I opposed it. And so I'm just wondering from the DPW, is a permit granted after the public opposition period? Or is a permit granted when a permit is granted by, in a written manner?
The permit hasn't been granted yet, is what I'm understanding. Is that correct, Ms. Gonzalez?
Yes, the permit
Okay.
is not yet granted.
Okay, so if you've already spoken on this matter, you will not get another chance to speak. Are there any other members of the public or community that wish to comment on this item?
So far, I haven't seen anybody yet.
Okay, so if there were no more comments for this item, I'm gonna go ahead and close this. I will be making recommendations to our director. Are there any public comments on items not on the agenda? And once again, if you've spoken, you'll not be allowed to speak again. This is for those who may have come late or who didn't have a chance to speak.
No hand raised.
Okay, so if there are no more public comments, I am closing this hearing. It is now closed. Thank you so much, everyone, for your participation. Take care.
Okay, I'm gonna stop recording now.